Hello. Nice. Working this time. Good. Had a little bit of an issue a moment ago, guys. Apologies. So, sorry, just setting a couple of bits up. Yeah, so welcome to New Build Park. Where to start, really? Done quite a few bits yesterday offline. Finishing up the steampunk section. Just adding the detail, polishing it up a little bit more. Got to do a little bit more to kind of cover up the queues. Kind of came out quite nice considering I was on the beer last night. So, yeah. These little vents in. And then we got the original blueprint done for the Nexus competition back in, I think it was October time. But added, extended, put this kind of pier section on just here as well. We were limited to a 4,000 piece count, so this section wasn't here, so incorporated that in. And then some may like, some may not like, some may think I'm kind of cheating, not too sure. But I put Pirates Cove in. Mainly because I felt as though it needed the justice for it, because it was so well received. And I thought it's such a great pirate section, why not? So extending it out and so forth, incorporating other coasters into it and so on, gives it a good feel. And also I had the time now to finish it off how I originally wanted to do it, so more custom supports coming in, etc., because I didn't have the time last time around. But there's so much to do to it because some of the bits didn't copy across. 6 blueprints in one, basically. A little bit difficult to kind of get it across. Come out really nice, and can't wait to finish that off. But it's getting the rest of the part together now. So we do have a general theme, which is this kind of thing. Vintagey, I don't know what you want to call it really, vintage. Futuristic vintage kind of look, I guess. And that's incorporated through the park. Who's messaging me? Yeah, that's cool, Sammy. Sorry to have broadcasted that, dude. Where are we? So, a little bit of extra building around here, just finishing off bits. Got so much more to do. Last week, sorted out the food court area to the back of the park. And then yesterday, put one of my coasters in. Excuse me. But yeah, coming along nicely. Just so much to do. I was kind of getting the detail done on this yesterday around here. Nowhere near finished, but it's coming along. Stations are pretty much done now interior wise, bar this bright section. Just got to do the back of it. And then as we go upstairs, we've got the invert. So it's all cladded out, etc. Looking good. And I was just polishing it off with some steam and bits and bobs. Hopefully it looks steampunky. This is a blueprint that I borrowed from the Steam shop, should we say. But I've extended, manipulated it, and totally changed the way it looks. So there will be a credit to the builder in the credits once the park's finished. But it's the views that you get. It comes around out to the park. You can imagine it all treed up and finished off and so forth. So it's going to work out really nice. We've got western section here. Kind of going with a little partial Thunderland look over here more than anything. Cheers, Heyo. Appreciate it, mate. It's coming along. It's not finished yet, obviously. Probably got another few months of building. But 2 hours, 3 hours a night during the week should come along pretty good. Just a little bit lost on what to do at the back here, and the reason being is because I've put these coasters in. Kind of haven't got the room. Originally designed them with the hills going underneath the tracks and so forth, and I'd like a couple more coasters in up the back here, but I'm not sure how to do it unless I change the layouts of the Giga more than anything. But that will get there eventually. This is all going to be treed up and mounted, well, hilled up around here. This path isn't how it's going to be. I just linked it up to get the guests to go on it to see how they filter through the park, really. But you can see here we've got a Thunderland style look building here coming in. Kind of want it not mountaintop, but a hilltop with rocks and so forth, treed up and so on. So that'll work out quite nice. That coaster's now done, which is good. Put the Enterprise down here, which works really nice when it comes up, because it looks like a big wheel from here. Really does look good. And at night time, the park is coming along beautifully. So I haven't done any, obviously, pathing, lighting or anything like that yet, but that will come towards the end. But you can see just the views that you get. Some of you may have seen some screenshots on Discord and so forth, Instagram and so on. But this is going to be a completely bespoke Western style coaster with custom supports throughout. Just got to figure out how I'm going to do the lift hills and so forth. Should just use the woody, but it looks right. And then obviously you've got the Pirate Cove section, which is already completed in respect of lighting and so forth. But it's just adjusting things. So I've taken the central supports out here because you had the entrance, obviously, as it was a mini park. But it looks, I love this park and it's great. But lighting levels are just right, I think. And also it works really well on the Giga block section just here. It's kind of hidden but not hidden at the same time. It just filters through the park underneath the bridge. The speed seems to work really well, so we'll see. We do have the woody lit up because that was one of my blueprints. That works really well. So it's coming along. I'd say we're probably a few months off still. Morning, Eden. How are you? Happy Easter. Happy Chocolate Day. Yeah, a few people have said that. But yeah, no, it's coming along. Well chuffed with how it is. It's just having the time to do it and inspiration. I've been doing a lot of live streams, but I've been struggling with the improv building whilst doing live streams, and it's yeah, just getting used to that, to be honest with you. Struggling with building coasters, etc. live stream. Prefer to do them when no one's watching, should we say. But yeah, just in case my little girl is listening, I want to wish you a lovely Easter, baby boo, and just let you know, miss you, babe. So today is about doing a little bit of this in the morning, and then this afternoon, going to go and find Marley and take Marley for a walk. For a nice walk. It's going to be a nice day today, guys, in the UK. But I'm just going to do a POV of the Giga because just to see what you think. Excuse me. Again, this is all a work in progress, guys. Views are great. And you can kind of see how it's going to come together. It's probably going to be 150,000 piece park by the time it's done. Limited theme makers toolkit. Don't want to put too much in, but it's more hydro beams and stuff like that, rounding off, finishing off the buildings and so on. Let's just have a ride. Long live hill. Sort that little kink out just there. Some more terrain work, we're going to incorporate this, sort out the back of the pirate section. And just for everybody's info, there will be cave work done this time around. Unlike Thunderland. So I'm not too sure what to do around here, whether I just tree it up and so forth and see how it comes out. I think it's the only thing you kind of can do. You'll see a big pink structure in the background there. I was experimenting yesterday. Ignore the terrain work. All a work in progress, guys. Now this is really cool. Line this up just right, but sort out the sports and then the pirate section. And again, supports in the cave work. And then I built this kind of finish off entrance tube at the end. So what's your thoughts on this, guys? It's not finished, obviously, but I've got to put a little bit more detail in it, I think. Not going to talk about it, Ollie. Just in case she is watching. That's all, bud. Not for public. Shouldn't have said anything, to be honest, but anyway. So there we go, guys. Coming along quite nice. This is coming out really, really well. I'm happy with this. Figured out the structure last night for the supports on the pathing, or queue line, should we say. Got to sort all this out and then really steampunk it up. Finish off this side and the back of the building because that needs some work. But I'm just a little bit unsure about this. I don't know whether to put some lighting in there so it kind of like flashes as you come in or something like that. Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate it, mate. People can hit the like button. It would be very, very much appreciated. And if you do like my builds, hit the sub button. Be much appreciated. Just trying to get those numbers up, see where the channel goes, really. Not trying to be anything like Channel 5, but it would be nice to, you know, get it going, and you never know what the future holds with it, really. I'm no good with my video editing or anything like that, as to why I kind of jumped on the live streams, because my setup at the minute is a bit of a pain in trying to edit videos. So it's easier to do the 1080 by 60 frames on a live stream. Gives you guys a better picture. But yeah, it's coming along nicely now. We're up to about 8,000 guests at the minute if I open the park, so that works out well. Just taking time. So let's go to Steampunk and finish that off. It's going to be about an hour, 2 hour stream today, guys. As I said, taking Marley out for a walk. Yeah, again, I'll put some steam jets coming in. I'm thinking some, I'm just wondering what to do with lighting. I'm not too happy with, you do have a trigger effect coming off as the coaster comes around here. The smoke comes out of the end here. But I'm not too happy with how it looks from this angle. So what I might do is something crazy and have the bend joints coming off and, don't know, figure it out, connect it to the building or something like that. We'll see. Lighting will be a big thing on that. Well, I'd hope to think Johnny and Zell will enjoy it, and the rest of the crew. Zell did pop in the live stream the other night to have a little butchers, and he liked it, so we'll see. But one thing I don't want to do is get to a point where it's too big and we end up with a really bad frame rate. So trying to use as many standard pieces as possible instead of Theme Maker's Toolkit, really. See what happens. Oh. Has everyone got planned for the day, or are we just chilling at home, relaxing, eating chocolate, I guess? Cool. Well, I hope you have a nice day, Eden. Excuse me. They're actually a fence. 2 seconds, Eden, and I'll show you. So they're in scenery, fence pieces. There you go. Chain link fence there, in-game piece, not theme maker's toolkit. Oh, excuse me. Here comes this morning. It works well, instead of having to use glass all the time. Plus it kind of suits the whole steampunk look as well. So I think anyway. I, I do that when I'm on live stream, but I've had a little bit of a run on this, to be honest. So it's just kind of coming off the brain quite naturally for a change. Like I say, there's never any planning. Let's just go with it and see what I've done prior and see how it comes out, really. Yeah, I said in the stream the other day, I find it hard to sit there and actually plan any builds. So apologies if we got feedback on the sound file. I didn't turn my TV down. There you go. So the volume's all right and everything. Just checking, because I think we finally got there now. Simple. This is not going to do this. We've got one going through the top there. Okay. Okay. Yes, practice makes perfect, Eden, to be honest with you. Well, no, I should say perfect, because I'm never perfect. But it's just kind of like figuring it out how you want to go with it. Like there, I've just noticed that I had a beam going through the centre there, which kind of just brings a little bit more detail in at a lower level. And it's just minimal pieces, but adds that detail. Never get frustrated. Never. That's when I get frustrated, the way the game works. That's me. Sorry, place there. What? It's all right. Just gives it another dimension. I think, like I've said a number of times, Eden, it's knowing the game, figuring it all out, and making it work how you want it to work. You know, there are things guys do that I sit there and I think, how do you do that? And I just can't figure it out. You know, like these last night, these were actually inspired by a review I did of Combat Wombat's coaster the other day. And I thought, okay, I'll put these in and make them look like vents, and then as they come out, you put the steam underneath. And I thought, just to give it a little bit of a different look, I'll put going the opposite way. And these are individual pieces on a rotation basis, basically, one by one by one by one, because it was hard to actually get them in a circle, trying to do 4 at one time. But it worked out quite nice. It worked. It looks good, I think. And then just think about like how you'd think of it in real life. So then you'd have a barrier around it, stop people getting up there, tick. You'd have a floor, tick, and you'd put a wall around it. Kind of how I build in that respect. So like this section here does that. Doesn't come over. So what we'll do, to make this a little bit easier for myself, select grid. This is, where is it? There it is. The square edge. And now it will make it a lot easier putting it together and building. Working up this section. Why do we want to cut this? Wakey wakey. And already what I'm thinking is what I'm going to kind of corner that off with. So basically I'll put a pillar of some sort in there. And then I also have to think about what level I want this to go down to. So no, works. It's just a shame they don't do more pieces that are more flexible, if you know what I mean. Because like with the brickwork, it would be nice to have that rounded off, but they don't do a round brick section. Happy Easter, Gabe. Hope you enjoyed your Kinder Egg, dude. I've had a chocolate digestive to celebrate my Easter. Can't warrant spending 5-6 quid on an egg at the minute. Digested it already. See, that's the thing is, yeah, squaring it off makes the building a little bit easier. It makes it look a little bit RCT, but I actually, believe it or not, only figured that out yesterday because I had all these rounded off, and with these fence pieces, it was a little bit, well, support pieces, it was a little bit hard trying to get it to fit and look right, as you can see here. But I also wanted to mix it up a tad, so that works out quite well. This piece here is actually a coaster support. Yeah, I did a lot yesterday, Gabe. Off stream, should I say. I spent about, oh, how long did I start? I think I started at 9:30 in the morning, and I think I finished about 10 o'clock at night last night. A few little breaks in between. But that was just that section, and I did this, which is ongoing, and then what else did I do? A little bit more demarcation, well, not demarcation, covering up underneath the pathing here, and also put this little beastie in, which is a blueprint, which some of you guys may have seen before, but it kind of fits the part perfectly. It's my blueprint, just to confirm. What else did I do? I think that was it. Recolored this coaster to coincide with the station and the park. And then I was gonna do some planting around here. I'm gonna fill this up with colourful flower beds and so forth. I was just testing whether or not to carry this bush through. What I might do is actually like do it as a backing to the flower beds, should we say, so kind of like just have it rounding off there. So it's coming along, mate. It's coming along. Put some rocks in here to kind of block the view, but then also wanted to keep these little snippet views so that people can see through as they're walking up to the park. So builds the anticipation, should we say. Is that your Western mini park at the back? Western? Didn't do a Western mini park, but this is a blueprint I did, Eden. So this is just a generic wood building, should we say, but it's detailed, all fitted out, all lit up. Nice little coaster, actually. Give you a little POV. Again, a few things I've got to tidy up. Oh, look if I press test. Gabe, is that you think I should get a job in theme parks? Yeah, it'd be lovely. But in the COVID world, which it is now, I don't think there's much call for that at the minute, mate. It's something I'd love to be involved in, but yeah, never going to happen, dude. I'd love to, but this is just a game. Laws of physics and so forth. But you get some great views here. That's going to be wicked at night time, once it's all lit up and everything. Yeah, I'd love to, dude, but yeah. Until Mr. Disney watches one of my live streams, that's never going to happen. But I'm not that great. Come on, guys. I'm not that great. I just build. I'm a lover of theme parks. Always have been, always have, will be from a very, very young age, and that's where my inspiration comes from. So, I kind of think of when people say to me Western, and I think, okay, where have I been where there's been Western theming? And I think of, like we all do, Big Thunder Mountain at Disney. Whether you've seen it, whether you've been there or whether you've seen it on TV, you kind of think of those areas, and you think about the promenade as they walk down with the lake and so forth. You know, and I just kind of remember it off the top of my head. Do I look at anything? Not particularly. Pirate is just one of the one things that kind of just comes off. Don't know how to say it, but the tip of my tongue. It literally just happens. There's no thought process. There's no nothing. I just place, build, and you look at this compared to Pyrolandia. Pyrolandia was just an absolute overload of detail. Random builds all over the place in respect to the usage of items and so on. Steampunk, the inspiration behind steampunk came from Blackmire, going to be perfectly honest with you, and I've followed on from this build that I did for the contest. So, it actually looks nothing like Blackmire, to be honest with you, but it looks very steampunk-ish. And again, it's just putting bits together, making them work, putting them at different angles, so forth, putting little bits in. Why is the rope there? The rope's just there, it works. At the minute, if you could choose to ride a coaster, it would be the Smiler. Nah, I can't do Smiler. But actually, do you know what? Last time I rode Smiler, I actually enjoyed it. Because I think they changed the wheels. So it was much smoother, and it doesn't have that whoa, whoa noise to it when you're queuing up for an hour and a half. If that's the right noise. Prat. If I could choose a coaster to ride at the minute, Tumba in Busch Gardens, Florida. That'd be the one. Catch you later, Eden. Have a good day. Have a nice time with your daughter. Kumba. That was my first sit down B&M, and it was my first proper big coaster. And there's just so many memories behind that coaster from the last 25 years. And yeah, I'd love to go on that. Just, oh. Hulk definitely changed my mind, mate. It made me have a headache all day, every time I ride it. The G-force that you get on that. It's just phenomenal. But I wouldn't say it's a coaster of choice. I mean, there's so much I love. I love the Mummy at Universal Studios, even though it doesn't go upside down. I think that is just such an experience, especially on the second block station where the fire goes along the ceiling. That's just amazing. But then at the same time, I love stuff like Original Space Mountain at Florida in Magic Kingdom. Everyone to their own, really. So, how am I going to do this? I'd love to ride Mako at SeaWorld in Florida. I think that would be good fun. Or Shambhala at Port Aventura. I think that'd be good. This is coming along. Coming along really nice now. Do have to sort these out. And I've got to finish this section off as well. And again, I've got that lack of info, to be honest. Yeah, it's about right, dude. When I one of the, I can't remember. I think it was the first time I went to Watton Towers about 3 years ago. I took Claire. She comments every now and then, and she was not very well when we were queuing up for Smiler, unfortunately. And yeah, let's put it this way, she wasn't well at all for quite some time after. Bless her. All good fun though. God, excuse me. Had a few beers last night. Felt terrible all day, and then just you know what? Chill out. You need to chill out. Spend so much time worrying about life, worrying about everything. It's just nice to kind of relax every now and then. And I very rarely drink. Can we have a POV of both coasters? Just done the Giga. We'll do the Giga in a minute. Just do the. What am I doing? Hopefully you'll like the station now. I'm quite a bit inside there, Gabe. Amaretto. Oof. That gives you a headache the next day, dude. The first time in about 3 weeks, finally had a good night's sleep as well. So that was nice. Full of life today. I like this coaster, it works well. And then obviously the building's a lot more detailed now, so I think it was Snowy the other day was stating that there weren't enough supports and bits, so now you've got so much going on. There you go, Gabe, just for you, buddy. I'm going to keep quiet. Go, dude. Oh, look, they're coming in at the station at the same time. How cool is that? And just because we haven't done one for a while, we'll do a... what's your thoughts on this one then, Gabe? A little ride of this. Hey Rasmus, how are you, dude? Hope you enjoyed your little review the other day. Good man. Happy Easter, dude. Hope you have a nice one. What do you reckon to that then, Gabe? Do you like that, dude? It's all down to the theming, dude. Once, you know, once the coasters are all sorted, which they pretty much are now, and we've got trees going around and so forth, it'll build up the speed once you're zooming through stuff and so forth. Obviously, it's a little bit hard to do it up when they're up in the air, but it will just give it a completely different feel. As you can tell, that was why I showed you that one. So, like with the Giga, the second half of the Giga as it comes around here and shoots through here is very much more entertaining. Once I get the terrain work sorted around here, if you remember the previous POVs, you get a better sense of speed. The issue at the minute is obviously with this all being flat, you don't get that. So this bit kind of feels a little bit lame, should we say. But yeah, it will all come together. I quite like this coaster. It reminds me of Hulk, Kumba, so forth. A mixture of everything. Excuse me. So yeah, like I love it when it comes into this upward helix. That works really well. But then if we've got trees underneath here, obviously as you come over and it feels like you're touching them, it will feel completely different to how it feels now. Just like this little section here, it felt like it was going through here so much quicker than it was around here because of the fact that it's going through the other coaster. So much to do. So much to do. Where were we? And just to show it in a minute, we are, pause. I think we're about 48,000 pieces at the minute. I'm still running at 31 FPS, so that's pretty good going. Oh no, 41. Thunderland was a total of 46,000 pieces, so it just gives you an idea of how different my setup was. Gabe, did you see this Woody? It's a little POV of this Woody. And again, I had a load of foliage with this one, but I've taken, you've seen it, cool. I'll just let it run. But again, it's like with this one, I've got the, I'm trying to think what they're called, the tunnels. Speed up this lift hill as you go through, and it just gives it a totally different sensation. That's why I had the makes it feel much quicker. Yes, I created this whole blueprint. I did this one. Coaster, building, lighting, all mine. It's on my workshop if you want to have a look at it. I was building one yesterday and I just could not get the right size or anything like that, and I remembered I had this and I thought I've never utilised it, so why not run it in the park? It works quite well. So my thoughts is to have like a little kiddie section around here, maybe with some flat rides and bits and bobs, just to kind of let's try and think how. I just haven't got the inspiration at the minute. Let's get this done. Where are we? Love this game. Love this game. That's good. Catch you in a bit, dude. No worries. So, it's nice just to finish that off and support it. Hello. Excuse me a moment, guys. Hi guys. Sorry about that. My roommate came in and got interested. He's only just moved in, so I was showing him what I do. So apologies. Hi Dan. Hope you're still there, dude. No, not the end of the stream, dude. Well, it will be soon. I've got a few things to do, and I'm going to go and see Marley in a little bit and take him out for a big, big walk. So yeah. Um, Actually, I think that probably will be the end of the stream. I'm just a little bit. I put 12 hours in yesterday, so a little bit tired. Doesn't look like I achieved much, but this is nearly done. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this tunnel on the entry to the station, just to give it a little bit more pizzazz, should we say? Hey, dude, how are you? Did you enjoy Thunderland? We're just kind of coming to the end of a short stream. Just wanted to wish everybody happy Easter and a little bit of a build update, really. Kind of getting really, really into the steampunk section now. So that's coming along. Cool. Well, I wish you all the best with the pirate section, Dan. Um, I hope this gave you some inspiration along with Pyrolandia, like it has many of people. I'm just what I'm going to do today is actually do a little bit of research into Western, I think, just from a visual point of view for buildings. I think I nailed that, but it looks very, very generic Planko style, if you know what I mean. But we'll see. But I just want to get an idea on that. Oh, thanks, mate. That's appreciated that gave you the inspo. I just need to really, really get my head into this game and this park, sorry, and get it done. It's been going on too long now. It's 9 months into its build at the minute, so obviously had competitions and bits and bobs and so forth. But I'm probably going to shoot now, guys. If Spiff enjoyed Thunderland, I hope you did, dude. Theme Park World. Yeah, I know. I'll get bored of listening to him though. He just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And to be honest with you, I enjoy his builds, but the builds just aren't. I don't. Do you know what? I look back on the parks that made me fall in love with this game through him, and I look at them, and they're actually really simple builds, not hugely detailed. So I was watching the fort that he built the other day for a little runaway mine train, I think, and it's not as polished as I'd like it to be, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I used to like Sean, but I don't know, I've kind of grown out of it, I guess. Maybe because the whole theme park thing stopped and I preferred it when he was doing the vlogs from the parks. I don't know. Plus, his dodgy teeth really do my nut in at the minute, especially when all you've got is him sitting in his shed. Anyway, but no, I just want to wish you all a very happy Easter, guys, whatever you're up to, whatever your plans are. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. In the UK, it's going to be about 15 degrees at about 4 o'clock. So I hope you enjoy if you're over here and wherever else you are in the world. So, guys, happy Easter, happy coastering all, and I hope you have a lovely day. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.